We talk about movies, we talk about games, we talk about anime and other stuff. So thanks for joining us this week. We are Passion for the Geek. All right, welcome back to Passion for the Geek. It has been a long time since we've released or even done one of these. And, life just gets in the way. We're getting busy. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a pretty busy couple of months.
Yeah, well, anyway, let's jump into this. We are doing our E3 roundup, basically just quick reactions and of the games that were shown and some of, what the companies presented and how well they did, what we thought and everything.
Yep.
So I guess we will start off with EA. I think Elliot and Josh, you guys watched the full presentation, right? For EA?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, theirs was the first one to kick off E3, I guess, on Saturday. And, it was just pretty much sports, and more sports. And then they're just kind of like, oh, I'm so sorry for fucking up Battlefront.
Yeah, no, honestly, the work that they put into Battlefront 2 from this presentation looked really good, though. Like,
Yeah.
I was really underwhelmed with Battlefront 1, even when they, showed up at E3 and everything like that. So from the beginning, I wasn't super into Battlefront 1, but Battlefront 2, like what they showed, looked really good. So they can say, oh, sorry, but, it seems like they really mean it this time.
Yeah, hopefully, because, they're finally giving away, or quote-unquote giving away the DLC for free, so they're making up for,
Oh, yeah.
paying $60 for an expansion pack that should have been in the original game.
Yeah. Wait, what was the expansion pack? Like, one level or something like that? I don't know.
I don't know. But, they just... First, they showed off Battlefield 1's new DLC called In the Name of the Tsar. I don't know if you guys played Battlefield 1 at all.
No, I mean, the only
Haven't,
shooter
but
we really played is Call of Duty, and we just did that mostly for the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we played Destiny. That was good.
Oh, yeah, Destiny, yeah.
Yeah. And then, keeping with the sports theme, FIFA 18, Need for Speed.
Madden.
Yeah, Madden, of course. And then...
Oh, my goodness.
Actually, they brought out, this drum line to hype up Madden, which is kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like
Fucking
freaking just
Patriots.
the cash cow for it. I mean, just release a
Yeah,
thing.
no, definitely.
I mean, all you could do though is just have the main game. Well, I guess because the graphics and everything get updated every year. But I was gonna say you could just have, just the core game and have DLC every year. But I guess for money and everything.
Yeah, they got to make their full $60, not just the $15 for DLC.
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny, too, because throughout the season, they update their player rankings or whatever, don't they?
I
Yeah,
think
they
they have.
all the stats on each player.
I think they also, at least with FIFA, I think they also introduced in-game currency that you can buy with real money too.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Well, that's for, the Ultimate Team thing, right?
I'm not sure. I just remembered
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I know you can, buy, basically, trading cards, whatever.
Okay.
And you can, make a team out of that, and it's kind of like drafting, I guess, in, a card game. And you can go online and, go against someone who has made a team out of the cards that they got.
Oh, I guess that's kind of cool then.
Okay.
I mean, it's cool. It's a cool concept, but it fucking costs so much money to get, the players you want and stuff like that.
Well, it's just like Magic.
And then
you know?
I know. And, there's, special edition versions of, special players and stuff like that.
It's exactly like Magic.
Yeah, no, totally. As a Milan player, I saw, a video of some guy opening Paolo Maldini. So, they have cards for players, like legacy players, I guess I would call them.
Mhm.
So, I mean, honestly, the FIFA Ultimate Team thing is really cool. Just costs so much fucking money.
Yeah. So is it kind of like amiibo cards, like
No, they're like virtual cards.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking about like physical cards you would buy at a store.
I think
no,
that would
no.
be cooler, but you know.
It's kind of like a loot box type thing, I guess.
Huh.
If you want to compare it to anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just totally a bunch of sports stuff from EA.
Yeah, and then Need for Speed Payback, just their
Yeah.
yearly Need for Speed that is trying to be Burnout but isn't.
Well, I mean, I think, well, first of all, Need for Speed came out first, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, I don't think they've released a Need for Speed game in a while.
I thought
mean, I
they
don't
did
know.
like a
Who
couple years
actually
ago,
knows?
or at least within the last couple years.
I watched a video actually today that said the last time they released a Need for Speed game was 4 years ago. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. Apparently they don't release them every year.
There's not
Well.
no need for speed.
Yeah.
All right, well, forget what I said, and then
Well, I mean, you're right. Like, before that, I'm sure they released one like every year.
yeah,
Just like they're doing with Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft.
yeah. So yeah, pretty much that, and then just like the small EA original called A Way Out. When
Oh, yeah.
when I was watching the presentation, like the presenter was super hyped up about it, and he's like, "Oh, let me tell you, like, oh, it's just gonna be so good," like an Italian accent.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, I was doing laundry while I was watching that, but like, now that you mention it, that guy did say that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the trailer for it. It looks like, I mean, it looks okay, but it kind of reminds me of Army of Two, which I think was also an EA game.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I remember.
it
that game.
was a cool concept, but to me, it didn't really flesh out right. It kind of got boring real quickly. Remember, Josh?
Yeah, well, we were trying to find a good. It's like when the PS3 first came out. We were trying to find a good game to play together.
Yeah, and it was just, eh.
Yeah, it started out really like okay, and then just got really dull.
Yeah, and that's what it seems like to me. But I mean, you never know. It could get better.
It's like it's the first time they're showing it, so
Mhm.
it could get better.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's supposed to come out next year, so they probably have more time to work on it, I guess. But yeah, the two biggest ones were Anthem. They just showed a quick teaser trailer. It's the new game from BioWare, the makers of like Mass Effect and the old Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic games. So they just showed a teaser, and then they're like, "Oh, wait for the conference at Microsoft tomorrow," and they showed off gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the gameplay trailer for that, dude. It looks freaking cool, man.
Oh yeah,
I do definitely think it was EA's best game. I think
oh for sure.
Yeah,
that they're like releasing this year.
It reminded me of Destiny, which I think a lot of people are relating it to. But that's why I'm trying to go in this with caution, because me and Josh played Destiny for hours a night, like almost every night with our friend, and once we got to the end game, it just went. So that's.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like when the DLC came out, the first DLC I didn't play, like the big like after 1 year DLC or whatever they had, that was when I started playing again, and I loved it again because there's new content to play and everything.
And
But
to me, it was just like
Once you go
alright,
through that
yeah.
content, yeah.
There's
Once you go through that content, it's kind of, it does fizzle out.
Yeah, the replayability is just not as high as like other games. So, I mean, hopefully it seems really cool. Like, it's just it's not coming out till like late next year, I think is what I saw. But,
Yeah.
it looks really cool. It looks like you have more interactions with the environment, like that storm thing at the end that just randomly came up. That was pretty cool. And if they have like a bunch of stuff like that, I think that would be neat. They had something similar to that in Destiny, but they only had like 3 different kinds, like a big giant spider thing that would show up sometimes, or just like a big raid of aliens, and it was like always the same thing happening. So if they can have like a really good like variety in Anthem, I think that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
what impressed me about it was just like the verticality of the game. Like it could
Oh
fly
yeah,
up
go up, yeah,
in
up
the
and
air
down,
and
yeah.
then go underwater and then
Yeah, that
on
was
land.
really
yeah,
cool.
that was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So hopefully, if it's fleshed out like that, that could be a really cool game.
Yeah, I mean, and that jungle setting was actually pretty sweet too.
And if you
Yeah.
can really take advantage of, up, down, the vertical and the horizontal with friends, that would be super cool. Like you can, if eventually you do like PvP stuff, like that's
Yeah.
what I really liked about Destiny, is that you could, it's kind of like Halo, but you can, I don't know, it's like RPG Halo with friends. And that's what I really liked about Destiny. So if they can make Anthem like, a better version than that, I think they have like something really cool there.
Definitely. So yeah, that was EA's conference. And then, like we said earlier, they just doubled down on Star Wars Battlefront for the rest of the conference.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Cool. So what was
So,
the
yeah.
next one that showed up? Was it Microsoft?
Yeah, Microsoft
Yeah.
was up next on Monday. Yeah, June 11th, and then so yeah, this was their big reveal for their brand new console coming out later this fall.
Brand new
The
console.
Xbox One X, formerly called the Project Scorpio.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I honestly don't know why they changed it from Xbox Scorpio or whatever to like Xbox One X, because like that,
Yeah.
the naming convention just
Well, I mean,
baffles my mind.
Elliot told me earlier, if you arrange the letters, it spells out Xbox.
Yeah.
No, I know. I think that's a dumb idea. Still,
It's a cheesy idea, and we'll see if people catch on. But to me, it's like, because I mean, people called the Xbox One X-Bone. I was like,
yeah.
that's so effing stupid.
Well, it's funny because like, well, they wanted like Apparently, this is just a like rumor that I've been hearing. Xbox wanted people to call the Xbox One the One, which was dumb, and people
Like
call it the
the
Xbox
Matrix
instead.
or something. This is the one.
Yeah.
They should have called it the
Jet Li,
Zone.
like Jet Li.
The Zone sounds cool. Like instead of having X, X
so.
bone, just X and then one.
Or
That would've
just
been
call
cool.
it the Okama Game Sphere.
Yeah, that would have worked too. But no, I mean, like, honestly, to me, I kind of like dig it. The price point is a little too high,
that's like
but
that's expensive. I mean,
Yeah, for
in the cur- like, in the
$499.
in the current market, it's expensive. I mean, when
yeah,
the PS3 came out, it was $700, dude, and that's expensive back then.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the market right now, this is pretty expensive. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's what does it do? A native 4K now?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
and it's
I
not
mean,
even
all of its specs are good.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's not even like a
it-
real like console, new console. It's just like an upgraded Xbox One. And
Yeah,
I was
it's pretty much like the PS4 Pro, just like better specs, I guess.
Mhm.
But
But I mean,
but-
at least with the Xbox One, it has an actual 4K player. The
Right.
Yeah,
the
true.
PS4 Pro just I think raised the resolution or tried to enhance it or whatever. It wasn't.
Upscale
Yeah, it
or
was.
something.
Yeah, upscale. I don't think it was native. I mean, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But and then I
Yeah.
I
also
haven't gotten a PS Pro yet.
yeah, and then
so I don't know.
I
Either.
also read that the Xbox One X, a lot of the games are that because it's Microsoft that are available on that are available on PC, and you can get like shit ton better graphics on a PC than on an Xbox One X.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's another one of my issues with like releasing this console like mid generation, I guess. Like, and plus since they changed to all their games like now being available for PC at the same time, like what's really the point of owning a Xbox at this point? So I don't know.
Well, I mean, for a lot of people, it's going to be $500 for this console versus like upwards of $800 to $1,000 for a good PC that can run those games at 4K.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, I guess at 4K, yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
you can get a really good PC for like $500 also.
Yeah, but
yeah, it
that's
wouldn't
probably
be
gonna do like
2K.
yeah, it would be like 1080 or 19.
Mhm.
Wait, what was it?
1440.
What was it on? I can't. Yeah, 1440.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the Xbox One X also has almost. I think they're gonna do full backwards compatibility.
Yes, they are.
So
they are.
that's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's,
So there were a ton of Xbox One games that, or goddamn, see that fucking piece of shit. The original Xbox. There were a ton of games that I wanted to get as a kid that I haven't been able to get. So like, hopefully those games are still available for relatively cheap. And if I wanted to get them, I could get them and buy an Xbox One X and then just play it from there.
Yeah, that was a cool announcement they made where now you can play like original Xbox games on there, including 360. So you can pretty much have the entire library of just Xbox ecosystem at your disposal.
Yeah. Hopefully
That's kinda
PlayStation follows suit, but
Yeah,
I doubt it.
yeah, I doubt it at this point since they already released all those remasters of
Yeah.
games like Last of Us and whatnot. So probably not.
All right. So any of the Microsoft games that popped out? I see Forza Motorsport, right?
Yeah, that's like every single
Yeah,
time
yeah.
they're gonna release a Forza game. I mean, honestly, I'd still probably play it. If I bought an Xbox One X, I would want Forza, but
Yeah.
that's because our other friend got me into racing games.
Yeah, he
So-
literally bought an Xbox One just for Forza, and he said he would buy a PS4 for
Gran
Gran
Turismo.
Turismo.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
man, you know who we're talking about, Ricky.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
into
yeah,
all
but-
those.
Sorry,
those
sorry,
Sims
name
and
dropping
stuff.
Ricky, but you know.
Yeah, we do want to keep some confidentiality with our friends, right?
No, we don't.
No.
I mean, yeah, they showed some of Assassin's Creed during this
Assassin's Creed.
presentation.
Do
Yeah.
we need
Yeah.
more of those games?
I don't know. The setting is really cool, but like I just don't. I'm like tired of Assassin's Creed games coming out.
Yeah, they all literally look the same, just like with prettier polygons. So
Yeah, and then like a different setting every time.
yeah. And then they also showed Metro Exodus, which is a sequel to the
Oh, is that
Metro
what that was?
Last Light, and what was the other one, Justin?
20.
Oh, 2054 or something?
Yeah.
2033?
Yeah,
One
yeah.
of those two numbers.
Metro.
Yeah.
2033.
I mean, that was
yeah,
okay.
2033.
Mhm.
This is my problem with a lot of E3 trailers and stuff like that. A lot of the footage that they claim is going to be in the game, you can tell they're like super scripted.
Yeah,
Like in the Metro trailer, they showed him like sliding down a hill and
Mhm.
being attacked by a bear, and then the bear flying, sliding down the hill, and then like hooking onto the thing and like sliding down to the train, stuff
Yeah.
like that. They're all like, that's not going to be like gameplay.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to be gameplay.
yeah, it's super like pre-rendered graphics and
Yeah.
like said scripted events, so it's not really believable for. So it's kind of just like a proof of concept, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, which is fine. Like, just
Yeah.
don't say that's going to be gameplay footage.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the same thing with Anthem, honestly. Like, a lot of it was cool, but a lot of it also looked scripted.
yeah.
Especially that beginning part. But when they showed the Destiny stuff, that was mostly true to what the gameplay would be too.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, what were we talking about? What's that game? Anthem. Sorry, Anthem. I mean,
Very
it
good.
does look really freaking sweet, but
Yeah.
No, it does.
but yeah, like you guys said, it does look a little scripted. So, but if it looks anything like close to that, I think that'd be pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Definitely.
No, I do too.
But like I said, Destiny had, you know, the gameplay, and it turned out to be pretty much what it would be also.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Player Unknown Battlegrounds was a big. It's kind of like DayZ, if you guys know that game.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that, I think Player Unknown Battlegrounds has been on early access on Steam for a while, and it's like it fixes some problems that games like Daisy have, where the beginning, like the first hour in Daisy, you kind of spend just like
Scavenging.
running around, yeah, scavenging, and nothing happens. But PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, apparently, this is what I've heard, has a quickened pace. So like the beginning of each match is gonna feel more rushed in a good way, and games don't take like longer than an hour, is what I've heard.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, after that, they pretty much just went into a montage of different, like, more indie titles, like State of Decay 2. That one kind of looked rough based on the trailer.
Definitely.
And then some weird thing called Deep Rock Galactic, the Darwin Project. That one was pretty funny because, like, in the middle of the trailer, some guy just walks out onto the stage and then he starts yelling like it's like an esport competition or something. So I don't know, it was hella random. And then
I really didn't get the game either. Like it kind of looked weird.
yeah, it's kind of like some weird battle royale. I don't know, like Overwatch wannabe type of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we can't forget Minecraft in 4K, guys. Oh my god.
Oh,
Perfect.
awesome.
Those
It's awesome.
4K pixel textures, dude. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in each one of these boxes, you know, there's 4 billion pixels. So, you know, in one whole statue that you make, you may have 4 gazillion pixels in this 4K image. That's what it's gonna be like, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, actually, they for Minecraft, they also announced that it would be cross-platform play, so you could play with like players on the Switch, PC, and yeah, I think that's it. Cause
Yeah, I think Sony
cause,
doesn't want to play.
Yeah, Sony doesn't
nice.
want to do that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet, though.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it was a smart
Finally,
decision.
yeah, finally doing cross-platform stuff.
Mhm.
Didn't they? Haven't they already done that with Rocket League, or no? Am I mistaken?
No, they are doing that for Rocket League.
Yeah, yeah, they're doing that now too.
All right.
And then there's this little game called The Last Night, which was kind of a standout for me. It had a really cool art style to it. It was like a 3D-ish
Background.
pixel art.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
yeah, it reminded me of like Blade Runner, stuff like that. And then I guess their other big exclusive was Sea of Thieves, which is made by the guys that did shoot, I'm forgetting now. The Fable series.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's supposed to be like some big open world MMO pirate game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looked pretty fun, I guess.
It was like it had a goofy narrator, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, the narrator was really funny in it.
Yeah.
So you had that, I guess.
Oh, and then there was some like old school. Or actually, I thought it was gonna be Conquer at first because like they teased like a little.
Oh right, yeah.
Like foxtail popping up. I was like, oh, Conquer, and then it was just some weird platformer called Super Lucky's Tale. So.
Yeah, no, this was I think when VR was starting to get big, one of the Oculus demos that they were using was Super Lucky's Tale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. And then Cuphead, which is, I guess, it's been long in development, like an old school platformer that looks like old school Disney animation, so it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's like a 1930s cartoon style.
Yeah.
And actually, it's more like a Metal Slug. It's like a Metal Slug type game.
Oh, really?
Like it's a running gun. So yeah, Contra is kind of the same style.
Uh-huh.
It has some elements of a flyer, like Gradius or something. So I mean, honestly, it looks really good, and since it's not exclusive to the Xbox,
Oh, it's not.
you can buy it. Well, you can buy it on the PC.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's still Microsoft exclusive, but
Right.
not Xbox. So I can play it because I don't have an Xbox, but I have a PC. So
There you go.
I'm excited to play this game. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to play it.
And yeah, their other big exclusive that's also been long in development was Crackdown 3. Like they started it off with Terry Crews trying to hype it up. It's kind of funny.
Did you ever have Terry Crews in anything? You know it's going to be a good game, right?
Yeah. Just as long as he flexes his pecs, then you know it'll be 10 out of 10.
Terry Crews is funny though, so I'm glad he was in here somewhere.
And then Ori and the Will of the Wisps look pretty cool because I heard a lot of good things about the first one. Everyone said it was amazing platformer with like a really nice art style. So that one caught my interest, and then it looked like they had a couple of Dark Souls inspired games. Ashen, like it was kind of like a co-op Dark Souls or something, where all the characters had like blank faces. Had some interesting art
Yeah,
style.
that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, the aesthetic was definitely really cool.
And then also Code Vein, which looked more like a straight Dark Souls clone, with kind of like anime-ish characters.
I think I'd probably play the game. I saw the trailer for it and thought that the characters and everything in it looked really cool.
Yeah.
But that's probably because I really like anime. But I mean, it definitely looks really cool, and I'd probably get it.
Yeah. And then they showed the Anthem gameplay, and then they also spent a lot of time showing off Shadow of War, which is the sequel to Shadows of Mordor, I guess.
Didn't everybody love that game?
Yeah, it was. I didn't play it myself, but I watched a bunch of YouTubers play it because I don't have time to play games and I don't have money to buy them. So I've been watching YouTubers play it and it looks fun.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, it looks like kind of a mix of Assassin's Creed and I don't know what else, some other like maybe that or actually kind of the Arkham series, right, with the combat.
Yeah. It's cool though because in the original game, you had bounties, and you would have to run in and try to catch these orcs. But if they got away, they would remember you and fuck with you for the rest of the game, basically.
Yeah, that was the big thing that everyone was hyping about. I guess it's called the Nemesis system or something, where they
Yes, yeah, exactly.
You make some dishes and then they come back to haunt you or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but in this game it looks really cool because you could, quote unquote, dominate orcs, and you basically bring them onto your team.
Yeah.
And they keep their personality, but they are loyal to you. I thought was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there was one that had the same voice as the shark from Finding Nemo.
Oh yeah.
The Aussie guy.
Fish are not food.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Microsoft. Just lots of 4K and some pretty good games there.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the next one to end that day was Bethesda, which it was pretty much just trailer after trailer.
Yeah, Bethesda Land.
Yeah.
That's what they called it. They had one guy come on stage every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. A weird presentation. But I mean, I guess it's fine because all they were doing was showing trailers, so
Yeah.
that's fine, I guess. Do you want to just run through this really quick, or do you have anything to say about any of this?
Not really. I mean, the only highlights were just Evil Within 2. They announced that, and then the new Wolfenstein sequel.
Didn't the first one?
yeah.
Didn't the first Evil Within 2 not do so well though?
Yeah.
I think it did
That well.
decent, but
Decent enough to get a sequel apparently.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, then there's Quake Champions, but other than that, everything has like been out for a while. It's like Doom VR, Fallout 4 VR, and expansion.
And Skyrim. Don't forget about Skyrim, dude. It's coming to your toaster.
yeah, I guess
it's
that's
coming
new.
to your refrigerator. It's coming to N64, and it's coming to Switch, dude. I can't wait.
Sweet.
Hopefully, I'm waiting for the Super Nintendo release for Skyrim. Hopefully that makes it. Yeah, but no, like Elder Scrolls Online, Elder Scrolls Legends, like expansions for those. Dishonored DLC, like it was mostly them talking about stuff that they're adding to the games, which like is fine, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah, I'd say that theirs was by far the weakest conference for sure.
And then they have Creation Club, which is basically paid mods, which seems really weird. I have been reading about it. Like they've tried this before, and people didn't really buy into it. I was listening to if anyone knows him, Total Biscuit, Cynical Brit, on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
He's very knowledgeable guy. So he was talking about how this makes sense, especially for people who make the mods, because usually they distribute their mods for free, right? They spend like hundreds of hours trying to perfect their mods, and like people just download them for free, which is like fine, but like it would be nice if they got paid for it.
Yeah,
they do such good work.
And then when they did the paid stuff, didn't Steam take a huge chunk off of it?
Yeah. It was a pretty weird system, and apparently Creation Club is actually a lot better. So hopefully they learn their lesson. Like it's full disclosure on everything. And I think it could go pretty well actually. So
yeah, there's just the danger of like saturating it with a whole bunch of crap mods.
Oh yeah, for people to get money.
Yeah, if there's not enough regulation, then there's the danger of that. So hopefully they can keep that in check.
I think they're really trying to curate it this time. You can't just submit a mod and have it go through. Like the people who work for the Creation Club, they get screened. So before they can even put a mod on the like system, they have to start working for Creation Club.
Oh, okay. So it's not just random people who make it.
Yeah, you have to like be accepted into their program basically.
Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah. So then the next conference after Bethesda, starting, what was that, Tuesday, was Ubisoft, which I was actually kind of surprised by. They had a pretty solid conference, more traditional format where they actually had the developers come out and present the games rather than just a whole string of trailers, which seemed to be the theme at this year's E3.
They're forgetting Steve Ballmer's amazing E3 presentation. Like, basically everyone forgot about it. It's all about the developers. Developers.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked what Ubisoft brought to the table, I think.
Yeah, same. I like that they kicked it off with their collaboration with Nintendo, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and that they even brought on Miyamoto, and he even got the creative director of the game to start crying.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw the picture of that.
Yeah. That was pretty...
Ubisoft, like, it seems like they're doing a lot of good things, especially for their like developers and stuff like that. So like, honestly, I know people have been shitting on Ubisoft for a little while, but it looks like they're taking a step in the right direction.
Yeah,
this game looks fun.
Them and EA, I think, are trying to do some damage control, which is good.
Yeah, and it's definitely better than what Bethesda's doing, I think. So they like Bethesda won't even release review copies anymore because they want, quote unquote, they want people to experience the game all at the same time.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but You do you.
Yeah. Yeah, so they showed some more Assassin's Creed Origins. It was kind of weird because they just showed a trailer and then cut off to these guys playing off screen on just a tiny little monitor.
It even showed
like,
on
Yeah,
a
that
big
was
screen.
weird.
Yeah. I was I'm not sure if that's the best way to show off your game, but cool, I guess.
Yeah.
And then
I kind of actually I skipped that part because I watched the Microsoft presentation and it was kind of like meh.
yeah,
I'll skip this one.
yeah. And then they showed off the Crew 2, which actually kind of looked pretty cool to me. Where you could play as, where you can drive speedboats, airplanes, off-road cars, and street racing all in one game.
Yeah, wasn't the Crew a PS4 exclusive when it came out? That's still true.
I don't think so.
Oh, weird. I must have been thinking of something else. Oh, that was Drive Club. Drive Club.
Yeah,
was the one
Drive
that
Club.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool to me. And then the South Park, the fractured butthole.
The fractured butt hole. There's a little pause in there.
Yeah. Make sure you emphasize that, folks.
It's remember it's not duck. It's not duck hunt. It's duck hunt.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get that game definitely. I had
Yeah,
the
it looks
first
really good.
one, and
Oh, you do?
yeah, Stick of Truth, and dude, that game was freaking awesome. Especially because I'm a super big South Park fan. I used to watch.
Yeah, same.
I used to watch them in high school. I would just have it in the background.
Uh-huh.
I watched it so much, dude, that I could replay whole episodes in my head before. Not anymore, because I don't watch it as much now. Because it's only on Hulu, and I don't have I have the DVDs, but I don't have the DVDs of the later seasons. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love South Park, dude, and the fact that they have Matt and Trey actually working on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it feels like a South Park, episode that you're playing through. So
Yeah.
I think
They worked on the first one, didn't they?
yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
So just at the fact that they have them working on this one again, I think it's gonna be awesome. And the fact that they're doing it after superheroes is gonna be cool too, especially because I've been super into the MCU for the past couple years. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is kind of skipping ahead a little bit, but Justin, did you see the South Park phone destroyer?
no, I
game?
didn't. I just looked it up now when I saw it saw it on our list. I'm like,
Uh,
I kind of want to get that.
Yeah.
yeah, I would probably get it too, but you should watch the trailer. It's mostly narrated by Trey Parker.
Yeah.
All right,
He's like, phone destroyer, or what?
all right, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it after
It's
we
pretty
finish
good.
up this
Yeah.
this thing. This thing we got going on here.
See, after they showed a quick that, there's this weird game called Transference. There's some weird, trippy. Is that a VR game?
I actually didn't see what it was about, honestly.
Yeah, I was kind of confused.
I saw the name and I blacked out the rest of it, what came before that.
Yeah, the only thing that stood out for me was just Elijah Wood showed up. Who's
I like Elijah Wood though, so that's fine.
Is he in
Yeah.
the game or did he just show up for the game?
I think
He
he's
just showed up for the game.
in the game. I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
really?
I'm not sure.
On the Steam page, it says Transference is a psychological thriller and the first game collaboration between Spectravision and Ubisoft. Bridging the gap between movies and games, lose yourself in the destructive tale of a man's obsession as you explore his digitally recreated memories.
Hmm.
It sounds like it could be cool. I mean, there have been a lot of FMV games coming out recently on Steam. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but it's they'll show you a cutscene and then using real people, a live action cutscene,
Hmm.
and then you kind of play the game around what's going on in that FMV.
That's cool.
Okay. That kind of
Some
sounds
stuff.
like those old school point and click games because they used to have
Yes.
like pre-recorded people,
Yep.
and then you'd like go on a point and click adventure or whatever.
Yeah, that's like that one really cool one that we watched somebody play, Josh, a couple years back.
Yeah.
Remember? And
That's
then
what I'm talking about.
yeah, we have to try to figure out if she's the
Story?
killer. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really like that game. That was cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
I feel like if this is gonna be like that, it's gonna be awesome.
if you ever get the chance, watch some gameplay of that. Elliot,
What was it called?
Her Story.
Her story.
Oh, Her Story. Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. And then they showed off a new like Pirates game called Skull and Bones. Basically, it's just taking the naval combat from Assassin's Creed 4 and making it a full-fledged game.
Yeah, I think that's like an okay idea because people loved that part of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for a whole game,
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll work.
Most people in Assassin's Creed 4
Hmm.
only played like the boat parts, or like that was like the only part that they liked.
Yeah, I
They
was.
spent most of their time on the seas
Mhm.
being pirates.
Yeah, it looked cool, but I was kind of hoping it would be like a full-fledged pirate game where you could control the ships and then go on to land and like plunder treasure and
Rape
like
and
Well,
pillage.
that's what that's what Sea of Thieves is for, right?
yeah, pretty much that takes over that spot, but that's more cartoonish versus like a more realistic Pirates of the Caribbean type of thing.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Could be okay or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, like at the very end of the trailer, they teased like a kraken coming out, so maybe it'll have more like mystical elements to it. I don't know.
Just exactly like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they showed off this weird, kind of looked like No Man's Sky,
Oh man.
called Starlink Battle for the Atlas, and like what you would do is connect these Toys to Life planes onto your controller. I was like, what the?
I mean, honestly, the concept is cool, but also really shitty.
Yeah, shitty for parents' wallets.
Yeah, definitely. And like, who wants to like have another amiibo situation where you can't have the best ship unless you buy the thing? And oh, sorry, the toy's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Especially after all the other Toys to Life franchises are kind of ending. Like Disney Infinity got canceled, and then
they
Yep.
cut that shit.
Skylanders is kind of
Skylanders.
dying off. So this is kind of a weird timing to announce another like Toys to Life game. So I don't know about that one.
Yeah, definitely at the end of the Toys to Life,
Genre,
I guess.
yeah.
Which is fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and Far Cry 5, basically America went to shit because of Trump.
Right.
Sorry, we're not going to get political here.
No, let's not do that. We'll save that after we get to like 100 episodes or something.
Yeah. And then the biggest surprise was to end the show was Beyond Good and Evil 2. I never played the first one, but everyone loves it as like a cult classic. And yeah, it looked pretty cool. I mean, it was just a CG trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the main developer, after it was shown, like he started crying too. So there's a lot of crying at this conference apparently.
Kind of sucks though that it's a
Yeah.
prequel though.
Yeah.
I mean, people really like the world apparently, so I hopefully it's not going to be that big of a deal.
I mean,
I've never played the game either.
yeah, I mean neither have I, but usually for me, I like continuing stories rather than
Yeah.
showing what happened before.
Yeah, especially
Yeah, always going
after
backwards.
after
like 10
the Star Wars prequels. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's just me. I really like continuing stories.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, if you guys want to play the game, it's available on Steam. It's also apparently still being sold at Walmart.
Beyond
What?
Good and Evil.
Yeah.
What is it
Okay.
for? Is it just
PlayStation 2 and Xbox, it looks like.
PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Well,
I have
there-
my PlayStation 2 here, so I'm set.
Yeah. Well, actually, you can buy it on the original Xbox and then play it on
True.
Xbox One
Yeah.
X.
You definitely could.
Xbone X.
Xbone X. So yeah, that was Ubisoft, pretty solid showing there. And then to end the day was Sony, which they began their conference with some like Indian jam music going on.
I watched that. I mean, the music was good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I immediately muted it and played some music from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, and then that led into what was that? Oh, the new
right?
the new Uncharted. What is it called?
Lost Legacy.
Yeah, Lost Legacy.
Isn't that also a
Or
prequel?
Is it
No.
like a way sequel? Because Nathan Drake isn't in it, right?
No, he's not. It's a sequel to Uncharted 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm thinking of the movie. Because I think there's a movie that's coming out with
Yeah.
Tom Holland as a young Nathan
Yeah,
Drake,
Tom Holland has been.
and it's
Tom
based on
Holland
one of the
eventually is gonna be
flashbacks or
in
something.
everything, I swear to God.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully he keeps up his cool though. You know how like some stars start out
Yeah,
awesome
they get
in the
like
beginning and they kinda
overexposed,
go,
and then everyone gets tired of him.
and then
Yeah.
and then they get back up. He might be. You know how you know Tony Stark is
Yeah.
his mentor, and it's Robert Downey Jr. Maybe he'll have the same kind of life too. You know, Robert Downey Jr. is part of the Brat Pack, and then he kind of got into like drugs and everything, kind of went downhill, and then he got back up
wait,
with
so what you're
MTV
saying
and
is-
everything. So hopefully it's not like that. But
What you're saying is Tom Holland is going to be the new Iron Man in the future?
It's gonna be the Iron Spider,
exactly.
just like in the comics.
All right. So what else does Sony have? I saw the Days Gone trailer. That was
This one.
okay. I remember seeing like a preview trailer like a while ago, like a couple months back. It looked kind of cool, but then
Yeah, basically it's
yeah. It's
like
kind of like The
but
Last of
more
Us.
like a pure action, like maybe a mix between Dead Rising and The Last of Us, I guess, where you just run away from hordes of zombies rather than just like sporadic zombies every now and then.
Right. As long.
I mean, it looked kind of cool. You could interact with and at least it looks like you can interact somewhat with the environment. Like you could blow up that you could blow up that dam or whatever, and then you can set a bear trap and then have somebody.
I
That
didn't
was
watch the
pretty
Sony one, so I'm gonna start looking up the games one by one as we go. But yeah, as long as this game doesn't make me cry within the first 15 minutes, then it probably isn't comparable to The Last of Us.
Yeah. Well, then again, it's not really going for that. I don't think.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah, that one kind of stood out to me. I mean, it showed up at last E3 too.
Yeah.
So they're just re-showing it again, and then they unveiled Monster Hunter World, which is like,
Dude, that's actually
Yeah,
pretty
definitely.
cool. I think finally branching out because I always wanted to play Monster Hunter, but
I mean, they've always they had one game on the Wii U, but before that, it was a bunch of games on the 3DS and PlayStation Vita and stuff like that. So handheld, which is fine because handheld's good for it. But at the same time, I want to play it.
yeah, I mean it's easier to.
And it hurts people's hands.
I mean, it lets you play it all over the world, you know, or wherever you want to
It's
go.
so like dexterity based that playing it on a handheld was apparently like not a super good idea.
oh yeah,
too,
I've played
yeah.
a demo before. It's really
oh, is it?
it's
Yeah.
pretty intensive. It's an intensive workout.
I think I played a PSP version of it, and like you have to use the L and R buttons to move the camera around and stuff like that, and
Oh man.
it was really unintuitive. But hopefully, it finds a home on like a console.
Yeah.
They're releasing one for Switch too.
Yeah, that one's just
Yeah, I think it's
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that one's
Go
just
ahead.
kind of
Sorry.
a port of a previous one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, Shadow of the Colossus. I've been hearing so much about that game.
Mhm.
I didn't play it when it first came out, but apparently it's like everybody's,
Yeah.
like, game, love game. And I saw the
Yeah,
trailer
it
for it.
looks
Dude, it
really
looks
good.
so nice.
Yeah, but I've always wanted
Definitely
to.
lends itself to it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try that one because it looks kind of like almost Zelda-ish
Yeah, totally.
in its gameplay. And yeah,
The UI is really clean
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I don't
I'm
think there's
pretty excited to play it.
any HUD at all. It's just pure like cinematic
Looks like
experience.
the old PlayStation 2 one might have had like some.
Oh really?
Like when you use a bow and arrow, or when you're fighting a Colossus, it looks like.
I mean, it might too. We just saw like a teaser trailer.
But yeah,
Yeah, it looks good.
yeah.
It's really good.
So that was kind of one of the surprise announcements, and then they showed off some gameplay of Call of Duty World War II. Apparently
Zombies?
they didn't show off any zombies, but
Yeah, I heard that with that they're trying to get back because I think what is it, Infinity or whatever didn't
Right.
do so well.
oh yeah,
The last one.
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah. They're trying to. Yeah, whatever. And then so they're trying to get back to what everybody
World War II,
likes.
yep.
Yeah,
Dub 2.
I remember what was Medal of Honor. We had a Medal of Honor game on GameCube, which was World War II based.
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. That always brings in the crowd.
Yeah. And then they showed off some new DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I still need to buy that game and play it. I haven't had the time.
Yeah,
or
same.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
That game looks really cool.
And then,
I mean, it came out the same month as a bunch of other games. Zelda, I think it came out at the same time as. It came out maybe a couple of weeks before Persona 5. March was a crazy month. Like, it's unbelievable how many good games came out that month.
oh wow. Yeah, and then they showed off God of War.
That game looks really nice too. It looks completely different from the other God of War games.
Like it's definitely looks more story focused or character focused, where he's taking care of his kid and just being old man Kratos.
Not. Oh, he's probably angry still, but
Yeah.
definitely not. Nowhere near.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the
Probably.
Logan of
It
games.
honestly probably is.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
wait.
right.
That was The Last
True.
of Us. Sorry.
Actually, everything's just becoming The Last of Us now. Apparently, Days Gone, God of War, Horizon. It's all just secretly done by Naughty Dog.
I didn't see that. That'd be cool. I'd be alright with that.
And then they showed off.
Detroit Become
Yeah.
Human, dude. I remember when they showed the concept video for that. I was like amazed. I was like, dude, this looks really cool. And then with each trailer,
Whoa.
I was like, oh, cool. This looks cooler and cooler and cooler. And then they showed this one, and now I don't know what to think of the game anymore.
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, I kind of feel
wait,
the
why?
same way.
I don't really understand what's going on. Is it kind of like, oh, is this the David Cage game?
Yeah, so it's kind of like the heavy rain
Beyond.
and
Beyond Two
beyond,
Souls.
Yeah,
where it's just you make a choice and then it
Bunch of
branches off from
choices.
there.
Man,
But I think this one has multiple
multiple endings.
protagonists.
Oh, multiple endings. Okay.
Like you're gonna be playing a lot of people. That's what it seems like
I hope
to me,
it has
at least.
multiple endings
'cause-
because weren't Heavy
Yeah.
Rain and Beyond Two Souls kind of criticized for not having multiple endings?
Hmm.
Or did they?
This
have
one
it?
is. I'm pretty sure this one is going to have multiple endings, just from how it, what they've
Yeah.
shown already. And I mean, at least it looks like you'll play as that one girl,
Jennifer
the
Lawrence.
Kara or something like that. I don't know if it's her name now. I think that was her name in the preview trailer or whatever. And then there's that cop one, the one that hunts the android that hunts androids. and then there's the one that they showed now, that rebellion leader guy.
Well,
Yeah,
the one that hunts was from that first trailer, right? The one that tried to like de-escalate that situation or whatever.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
this is really. I have no clue what he's talking about, but it sounds cool. I haven't watched any of
And,
it.
I mean, it looks like the trailers look cool, but like after this one, I just like what they're explaining. I don't know how it's gonna be, because I mean, it sounds really cool, and it sounds like it's a game that you can shape however you want. I just don't know if I'll be super into it,
Yeah. Isn't the
because that just means because I mean, I like playing games like replayability stuff, but if you have to play like 50 times just to get like half of all the different things, I think I'd get tired of it, unless they're completely different each time. Like, I really liked Until Dawn, but a lot of the choices in there only affected like certain cutscenes, like who died at this time or whatever, and it kind of affected the ending, but not really. But you could probably play like 2 or 3 times and could be completely bored with it. But I really like the first 2 times I went through it. So if Detroit Become Human, each playthrough is completely different, then I think it would be really cool. But if each playthrough, like one decision just changes like a cutscene, or like like the color of their clothes or something, I don't think I'd be able to play it all that often. Dude, there's some games that do that, like I don't know if anybody, spoilers, because I never played Mass Effect, but I always, because I knew I'm not gonna play it, so I watched like spoilers or whatever. The ending for Mass Effect 3, dude, no matter like the choices you made didn't affect the ending. It just changed the color of like the dust thing or whatever, the explosion.
That's why everyone was super pissed about that.
Yeah, dude. So if it's like that, then I wouldn't want to play that game. But if each playthrough is completely different, then I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, so a lot of possibilities with that one. And then they showed off some gameplay of Destiny 2, I think, which
I'd want that, but they'd have to make it not completely different, but they really need to like think about the end game for Destiny 2.
definitely.
That's what killed Destiny for me.
Yeah. And then they showed Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, or more aptly called MCU versus Capcom. Like, it's
I know, dude. I heard that because I guess the whole thing with Marvel is they're trying, since they don't own, Marvel Studios doesn't own X-Men anymore, they're trying to like cut ties with it. At least that's what it seems like. I think most of the X-Men, like in the comics, are kind of like cut off from the rest of them. I think, if I was
I think that there's like a big event
then
going on with like Inhumans versus X-Men, where like the Inhumans are killing off the mutants or something like that. So and then the Fantastic Four has kind of been written out completely.
That's what I read too.
It's kind of weird.
So there's no X-Men in MVC, in this new MVC, so that's kind of a bummer.
Have you guys seen? Sorry, have you guys seen the premium edition for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
No.
No.
It's fucking insane. It's awesome. It comes with a Mega Man X figure, a Chun-Li figure, Captain Marvel figure, an Iron Man figure.
Oh yeah,
Infinity,
I saw that.
Infinity Stone.
Oh,
replicas.
the Infinity Stones. Yeah. I remember I was looking at the subreddit for Marvel Studios, and somebody was like, "Do you guys know where I can get officially licensed Infinity Stones?" And in some way showed a link to that, and I was like, "Dude, I want that just for the Infinity
honestly,
Stones."
Might pre-order this literally for the Mega Man X figure. 'Cause fucking, I love Mega Man X.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
He's back in the game. Or actually, he's never been in the game, but Mega Man used to be in the game. Man, I'm excited.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, maybe they'll bring the X-Men and non-MCU characters as DLC, so hopefully they'll bring it back. We'll see.
Oh,
speaking of, sorry, this is also going like way off of like in a tangent. DBZ Fighters, dude, looks really fucking cool.
Oh yeah, DBZ Fighters. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I think we missed that. Who did they do? Oh, yeah, Xbox did the Dragon Ball Fighter Z or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, that looks good. It's like just a Marvel vs. Capcom game, but with Dragon Ball Z characters.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited. All right, let's continue. My bad.
Yeah, let's see what else. Did
Spider-Man,
they show?
dude, for PS4.
Yeah, that was
Ooh,
the end of their conference. They ended it with
Oh,
with
really?
that.
Dude, that was. It looks really cool. I think I actually might get that game when it comes out, just because. I mean, I really like Spider-Man. He was like my favorite superhero. Well, he wasn't my first, but he's my favorite now. But yeah, I want to play because I always wanted the games from before, but we never got them.
Oh, well,
So with this one, I really want to get it because it looks really cool.
I remember playing the, I think a GameCube version of Spider-Man at like the youth center or teen center or something like that, and loving it.
Was that Spider-Man 2, like based on the movie?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone like whenever a Spider-Man game is brought up on the interwebs, they're like, "Oh man, Spider-Man 2, like that was the best." Oh yeah, pun intended. But yeah, this one is supposed to be made by Insomniac, which made Ratchet and Clank and most recently Sunset Overdrive, and you can definitely see those influences in there. And then obviously Arkham and the combat style, but just using Spidey powers, which is cool. At first I was confused by the villain he was fighting in that helicopter, but apparently that's he's from the comics, actually, called Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's cool.
You can use like a bunch of gadgets too. I'm like just watching the trailer. That's man.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
Yeah, it looks really cool. And then you're sort of teaming up with Wilson Fisk, and then they teased Miles Morales at the end.
I saw that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was definitely
dude,
the biggest highlight from that conference for me.
Going down this list we have, dude, Hidden Agenda. That game looked really, really, really cool, dude. I think it's a really cool party game.
I don't remember.
I think
what was it?
You have to. It comes with the new Play something, like a new device you have to buy. But Josh, it's kind of like Secret Hitler.
Oh, that's cool.
Sort of. But it's by the guys who made Until Dawn.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh.
Yeah, and they really liked how everybody, Until Dawn is meant to be a single player game, but usually when people play it, you have like a group of people. You're all deciding what to do, right?
Yeah.
And so this game,
it's like a movie,
I think it uses
kind of, but
yeah, and it's like I think you have to buy devices that hook up to the PS4, and I think 4 people have it, and they all have an agenda, right? They all have like a certain objective that they have to complete, but nobody else knows what your agenda is, and you're all voting on what's going to happen in the game, and you're trying to complete your objective.
Interesting.
But nobody knows. That's why it's really cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that one up later. I don't remember seeing that in did they have that in the conference, or was that just...
I'm not sure. I just saw I just saw it on the a trailer for it, so, and I just saw it on our list here, and I mentioned it, so it was really, I thought it was really cool.
Sure, it's a device. You can't just use their phone for it.
Yeah, I think they had to use a device. I'm not sure.
I mean, I think it would be really cool if they just had like the phone. That way, if people are like streaming it, like they're
Oh, I guess it is phones. It's phones. Sorry.
I think they might have been using specific devices in this trailer, because like they didn't hook it up to the like. They don't have a website for it or whatever yet, like Jackbox does.
Well, yeah. So since it's a phone, it's just like the Jackbox Party or whatever, the Drawful, except with it's like Until Dawn, which is
really
I think is
cool.
really cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I might get that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
Just because I really liked Until Dawn, and we really have fun playing those Jackbox games.
Definitely.
It's like a perfect mix.
Right on. Yeah.
So does that bring us to Nintendo?
Well, other than
well,
that, they showed some VR stuff.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I mean, we can't forget Final Fantasy Fishing, dude. Oh man.
I'm excited for that. I loved fishing. Like, I couldn't see shit in the water because of I mean, you know, the graphics are good, but like not that good. But I did like the fishing in that a lot.
And dude, also, you know, you can't forget the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah.
You know, we got a trailer telling us that there's gonna be a new world and new footage come D23. That's basically
Yeah.
it, right?
Well, I mean, the game is coming in 2030, so they're taking their time.
Oh, I can't wait. Did you guys see that meme for or the I don't know if it's a meme or a picture, but it's me playing Kingdom Hearts and it's a little kid, and then me playing Kingdom Hearts in Kingdom Hearts 2 and it's him as a teenager, and then me playing Kingdom Hearts 3 and he's old.
I mean, it would probably actually be him in the grave is what it should be. Because goddamn.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's really all I really want to say about
Yeah,
Sony.
that was
though.
pretty much it from them. So yeah, on to Nintendo.
Nintendo.
So yeah, they were all by their lonesome on Tuesday, and yeah, it was just like a 25 minute presentation. They kicked it off with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where your sword is basically a chick with big boobs. So
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was saying like Pyra or Byra, Myra, but yeah. It's a very anime-ish game, for sure.
yeah, yeah. The voice acting was kind of cringy. It was,
Yeah, it's about the same as Xenoblade Chronicles, I would say.
yeah. Oh, you played that one?
No, but I've like watched a lot of gameplay of it. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm really fouling.
I bought it for a relatively cheap amount of money, I would say, but like it was still like more than I wanted to pay for like a 5-year-old game.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think they remade it for the 3DS too.
Yeah. I didn't buy that one because I wanted to play it on Wii.
Yeah. For sure. And then they followed that up with Kirby.
Great. I love Kirby, so
Yeah, me
that's
too.
totally fine for me.
Yeah. It was cool because it looked like they brought back like dual elements or whatever, dual powers.
Yeah.
From
in one of the
Crystal
Kirby
Shards.
games. Oh, is that what? Yeah.
Was it Crystal Shards? Because I thought we played like one of the old ones too, where they did that.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, I feel
It might have started in the Super Nintendo game, but it was definitely present in Crystal Shards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can create a buddy. That was a Super Nintendo version.
Okay.
Thing. I'm getting pretty tired, but yeah,
Yeah.
thing. Feature. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, feature.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, it looks like it could play with 4 players and then like combine together to do little powers like rolling down a hill as a
rock
ring of death. So that was pretty cool. And then they followed that up with some guy sitting at a desk, just saying like, "Oh, yeah, Pokemon Tournament DX is coming, and we're also working on a mainline Pokemon RPG game."
That was like the weirdest way to slip in. Oh yeah, by the way, we're making a Pokemon Switch game, I guess.
Which is
That was weird.
which is pretty awesome. Like it might be I guess the next gen of Pokemon, right? Since they already
Maybe.
had.
Who knows? Yeah. I mean,
Hopefully, I mean, if it's a core game, dude.
Yeah.
I kind of hope that with them doing this, I'm still okay with them making like a 3DS or handheld Pokemon game, but then have like a bigger, like yellow version type game on the Switch. Like, I think that's a fine way to do it.
Yeah, but can the Switch and the 3DS communicate with each other? If they can't, that's
Ooh.
kind of useless.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well, I think they should just stick with the Switch from now on because, I mean, Pokemon is such a big series. Like they would want as much sales as possible to go to the Switch, right? So you would like just release it for the Switch. They wouldn't want to diversify the platforms again like they did last generation. So.
Damn it, dude! I wanted to play the new Pokemon Yellow Crystal XYZ game, but I have to go buy a damn Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, though, did you guys hear that they're releasing Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal for
Virtual Console. Yeah.
3DS? Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be
That's
awesome.
cool.
Those are my favorite games.
Actually, are those full blown remakes or is it just a Virtual
No.
Console?
No,
Just
I
Virtual
mean they already
Console.
have the remakes,
the
the
remake-
Heart Gold and Soul
Heart
Silver.
Gold and Heart Silver
Oh,
are
right.
probably the best Pokemon games out right now. Followed by regular
I don't
Gold
know.
and Silver.
I don't know if you can beat the original Gold and Silver still.
I don't know.
So
I
I think-
liked
I
it
think-
a lot.
Yeah. I get the cool thing with Soul Silver and Heart Gold is that you could have any Pokemon follow you from behind.
I mean, like it was almost the exact same game, except for they updated the graphics. They had the Pokemon behind you,
Mhm.
and if you wanted to listen to the 8-bit sounds, like 8-bit music, you could do that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
played Pokemon since Red, so I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
jumping back in when there's 1,000 fucking Pokemon to catch.
Oh, dude, you're good.
Yeah.
You can do it.
And
Gotta catch them all.
you guys didn't know that for the new generational Switch, since they're gonna have it on a main console for the first time in forever, they're actually gonna double it. They're gonna have 2,000 Pokemon.
Oh shit!
I'm ready for it.
I can't wait for a cardboard boxmon and flag man.
Dude,
those
are already Pokemon.
Oh shit!
They're gonna have Blado. They're gonna have Blado, which is just a blade of grass, who turns into Pacho, which is a patch of grass, and then whole lawn, which is a whole lawn of grass. Right?
I think so. Oh, they'll have a Pokemon called Pud, which is literally just a puddle of water.
and then like football fieldo, which is literally just a football field.
That's a that's a what was it? Just in a full lawn. Yeah, that's his Mega Evolution.
A full on Mega evolve to Mega full on, which is just a football field size one. That'd be funny.
Shit.
Man.
But yeah, they followed up that big announcement with the greatest announcement of all time, guys. Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, it's a long time coming for this one.
Dude,
We had the first Metroid Prime, right, Josh?
We had the first two.
I don't remember the second one. I remember the first one was really cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love those games.
yeah, dude. Masterpiece.
Yeah, dude. My only problem with those games was scanning everything.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess I'm doing that in Breath of the Wild right now, but, like, god damn, so much scanning.
Yeah.
I still love those games, and I'll play them. Maybe, I mean, like, if they have a better, like, completion bonus or whatever, I might be, might be encouraged to go through and scan everything, but, like, I remember in Metroid Prime 1, it was like, oh, here's some extra, like, designs from when we were making the game.
Oh,
That's all
really?
you get?
That was it?
Yeah. That was it.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, I was, as soon as that trailer came on, like, no lie, I was screaming at the TV. I was like, yes! Yes! I was so hyped,
Yeah.
dude.
It's cool, man. I think it's really cool that they're having a fourth one.
Yeah.
Especially, when Other M came out, I remember them saying that they didn't like how Metroid Prime turned out.
Wait, what was that?
I heard that Nintendo didn't really like the way that Metroid Prime turned out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I could be completely wrong about that, but that's what I thought. Obviously, I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, I mean, they are making a fourth one, so I guess you're wrong.
Well, because, I mean, they made Other M, thinking that they didn't like Metroid Prime,
No.
and now they're making Metroid Prime 4 because they probably realized that people wanted it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like I said, that's probably completely false.
Well, probably because they looked at the trailer for Metroid Prime Federation Force, and then the dislike bar was literally like 99% negative. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess we should not make.
Is it still that way?
Yeah, I think so. I checked the other day.
That's funny.
But apparently this one's not going to be developed by Retro. It's like a brand new team of developers, so we'll see how that turns out. But they didn't give any release date or anything, so
Yeah.
it could be.
Just
could
let
be.
them.
Go ahead.
Let them develop it. It'll take a while, but it'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to wait another year or 5 or 10. No, I'm tired of waiting. And then they followed that up with Yoshi game.
Yeah, it looks really cute.
Yeah, it looked like it was a cardboard style rather than
instead of
yarn
what is it?
this time.
Yarn Yoshi yarn.
Mhm.
Yeah, Yoshi's
Woolly
Woolly
World?
World. Yeah,
Woolly World. It's a Yoshi's cardboard world.
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
I saw some gameplay of it. It's like, it's okay. I mean, it's cool that you can do stuff in the foreground and the background, but
Yeah.
like, my wife really likes Woolly World,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't take too much of it.
I
It's
liked it
just
a lot.
too repetitive for me.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Let's see. They followed that up with Josh. Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that game. I don't like the Dynasty Warriors games very much, but this game I really want to get. I actually need to go back and buy Hyrule Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this looks really good. I'm gonna buy it.
I'm not too sure what to think of those games because speaking of repetitive, it looks super repetitive, just mashing buttons and wrecking shit. But I guess it could be a fun little time waster.
Yeah, totally.
And then they went on to reveal the DLC packs for Breath of the Wild.
they look pretty
One
cool.
of them was called Master Trials, which I guess has like Master mode, kind of like the old, or Master Quest. Is it kind of like that,
Yeah.
where it's harder?
I think so. Yeah, that's what I get from it.
Yeah.
Are they giving
then the-
Zelda boobs? You said Breath of the Wild DLC, right?
Well, I mean, they're coming out with Amiibo, and then one of them has like a stick up its butt. So I mean,
Oh yeah, dude, that's so weird.
it's possible.
Gerudo champion.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that speaking of champions, that was the second DLC pack called Champions Ballad.
Oh really?
The first one's coming.
Yeah.
Coming at the end of this month, and then the second one is in this holiday. So pretty cool.
Looks good.
Yeah, but then they just showed a little more of Mario Rabbids, which basically looks like a XCOM of Mario. It's like a
That could be good. I like
strategy game.
strategy games.
Yeah. And then Rocket League, which we mentioned earlier, is coming to the Switch and also cross-platform play. And then they ended it with a bang with Mario Odyssey. And
Yeah, dude, that
appar-
looks so good.
it looks so good, dude. And you could be a fucking T-Rex and a frog and you just trip on acid and turn into whatever you want.
Yeah. It's crazy. But, I mean, games are supposed to be crazy, right? Looks good. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really cool that they're returning back to the Mario 64 style of game, and
Yeah,
just,
totally.
just all the gameplay I've seen of it so far, it just looks really fun. And then after the conference, they during their treehouse, they surprised with a second Metroid. What?
Yeah.
Metroid 2 Samus Returns, which is a remake of Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, Return of Samus. Yeah, they basically remade it from the ground up, and it's made by the same team that has been doing all the recent Castlevania games. Yeah, just all the gameplay I've seen of it. Yeah, it looks pretty fucking sweet.
Totally, dude. It's an instant buy for me, I think. I missed out. We were definitely too young to get, to understand Metroid, Super Metroid. So, getting a chance to play it now when I'm older is going to be great.
And updated,
Obviously,
too.
I can, and updated. I do still want to buy. I had a chance, actually, to buy Super Metroid for like $90 in the box.
Oh, wow.
But,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. I passed it up for a cheaper Link to the Past. So there you go. But yeah, definitely a game I want to buy for the 3DS.
Yeah, man.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, so Super Metroid, I only recently played a couple years ago, and on my Wii U as a virtual console.
Virtual console.
Yeah, dude, those games are just incredible.
So good.
Yeah.
It's, all of the roguelite games and stuff like that, pretty much Metroid, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Metroidvania games. Think about. Never mind. I'm getting super tired right now, guys.
No worries, dude. And then their last little bit was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, also a remake of the original GBA game.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they just added
Cool, though.
a little extra mode where you get to play as Bowser's minions, where they're trying to rescue Bowser. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I like that Nintendo's remaking games that people haven't been able to play or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
So yeah, that was it for E3 there. And what was your guys' thoughts of each conference? What would you grade each one?
Well, I didn't see the actual presentations for each one, but just going based off the games and the stuff I read and the trailers I watched, my winner is Sony.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I think everybody else, well, except for EA, I'm not too into EA, what they did.
Or Bethesda.
Yeah, Bethesda, they're just showing their old stuff.
Yeah.
It's after that whole Fallout 4 reveal that just came out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
When they did Fallout 4, it's I don't think they've been super. They've done super well since that.
Yeah, everyone's just waiting for Elder Scrolls 6 at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say my winner is Sony, just
Okay.
from the games I've seen and how hyped I am to see all of them. But yeah, what about you guys?
Well, I mean, I don't think definitely Bethesda had the weakest. EA had a relatively weak one, but I would be able to forgive that because Battlefront 2 looks great, Anthem looks great. I'd have to go with Nintendo for me. They just had a lot of big names showing up: Kirby, Metroid Prime, Pokemon, Yoshi, Fire Emblem Warriors. I can name I want basically every single game that they're coming out with. So
Yeah,
Nintendo's definitely a winner.
Yeah, definitely. I'm right there with you, Josh. Metroid. Metroid. Yeah, that's it, Metroid. No, but Nintendo really surprised me because most of E3, because I did watch every conference, and just based off of presentation value and all that, I think Nintendo's was the tightest and most well put together. It was just game after game, every big franchise that I hope to hear about or see. And of course, being a big Metroid fan, that got me super excited.
Right.
So Sony's was okay. I would have liked more I would have liked to see Last of Us
Better presentation.
part 2.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Also, the presentation was kind of lacking because it was just, like I said earlier, it's kind of the theme of just this year. Everybody just like showed a reel of trailers and then.
Yeah. I thought
we're
Ubisoft-
tired here. Just look at this shit that we're showing, and then buy it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought Ubisoft did pretty well in theirs.
Yeah. Like I said, for theirs it was a nice balance of having the devs come up on stage and then show off their games and talk about it.
EA was kind of cringy. They had a bunch of cringy bits.
Yeah.
But the Star Wars, the actress who was presenting Battlefront 2 was like, I thought she was pretty spot on. Like, her enthusiasm showed.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, she was solid. They also had that random YouTuber who's like he didn't
YouTube
know.
creator.
Yeah, he didn't know what game he was talking about. It's kind of funny.
You should look it up, Justin. The Need for Speed.
Need
Payback.
for Speed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Station.
and then Microsoft I thought was pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely.
It was kind of teetering a little too much towards just a string of trailers.
Yeah.
But overall, it had a nice mix of games there. So yeah, and then Bethesda's was the biggest or the worst offender of just having just a long trailer. Like I was telling you, Josh, over text. Like after seeing that, I think Nintendo was ahead of the curve with doing these digital events. Just
Yeah, definitely.
just having it pre-scripted and recorded, so like it cuts out all the cringy moments. And I mean, on one hand, you don't have the crowd anymore, so that kind of takes away the hype a little bit. But I'd rather have like a tight, no fluff presentation like Nintendo had this year. Than
Yeah.
like
I mean, it just makes it look more professional. It makes everything like you get more of a sense of like they know what they're doing when they do it this way.
Exactly. So maybe in the following years the other companies will take note. But yeah, the big winner for me was Nintendo A+.
Cool
Hey.
beans.
Yep.
Is there any particular game you guys are excited for that they showed? Or any couple of
besides
games?
saying everything from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had to choose like two or three games.
Ellie, do you want to say? Do you have yours prepared? I don't have mine prepared.
Yeah, I guess just going through each conference, EA, of course, Anthem, I think is our unanimous pick for that.
Yeah.
Microsoft, I mean that last night little game kind of intrigued me a lot. Like a lot of their indie games actually looked really cool in my opinion. They didn't really, or none of their big franchises really looked all that amazing to me. I mean, it's just what you expect from like Forza and stuff. Bethesda, maybe just Wolfenstein, I guess.
Well, the opposite of Nintendo, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Ubisoft, Beyond Good and Evil 2 for sure. But we just don't know if and when that's coming. So I guess just South Park for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe Mario and Rabbids. I'm not entirely sold on that game.
Yeah, I was like looking up because isn't Rabbids from Rayman?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
so they're like, why don't they just do Rayman?
Exactly.
But
yeah, there was a
That's what
funny
people are saying.
there's a funny meme on Reddit where somebody drew like a cartoon of that where Mario goes up to Ubisoft where he's, I want to team up with one of you guys, and then like Rayman's like, oh, me, and then it just shows like him with the Rabbids instead, and then Rayman's just like in the dumps, like hella depressed.
Yep.
And then Sony, obviously, Spider-Man, because me and Justin are big Spidey fans. And,
heck yeah.
totally.
Oh, and Shadow of the Colossus. I definitely
Yeah.
want to give that a
Yeah.
try. Final Fantasy Fishing, game of the show right there.
Definitely. No doubt.
And yeah, pretty much everything from Nintendo, especially Metroid for me.
Yeah, I got most of the same games as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. For me, yeah, EA is definitely Anthem, because that one's gonna be crazy. I think Microsoft. I suck at Dark Souls games, but Code Vein mashes those. I hopefully cross my fingers that it'll mash it together to make like one of the best anime games ever. Also, Dragon Ball Fighter Z was also announced during the Microsoft one, so I'm gonna kind of throw that in there. Hopefully it's not exclusive to that because I don't have an Xbox One, but I'm like pretty hyped for that Dragon Ball game.
Yeah.
Like I said, Bethesda probably nothing. Like if anything, it's probably either Skyrim for Switch or Wolfenstein. And I only say Skyrim for Switch because I have yet to own a Skyrim game, but I've definitely played it. So
not Evil Within 2, because aren't you guys fans of Resident Evil games?
Yeah,
yeah,
but Evil Within, I don't know. All the reviews and the gameplay I've seen from Evil Within, the first one, kind of turned me off of it.
Oh, okay.
totally.
Yeah. It's not really Evil Within 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ubisoft, probably South Park. I'd be the most excited for. I'm definitely gonna buy Mario and Rabbids because I love strategy games.
Yeah.
Sony is gonna be kind of weird because I do want that Spider-Man game a lot, and I do want MVC Infinite, but I suck at Marvel vs. Capcom. So, like, honestly, probably the game of Sony for me is gonna be Spider-Man.
Okay. Actually, I forgot to mention Days Gone. That one's pretty intriguing for me.
Yeah, we'll see. Like, another zombie game.
Yeah,
I
true.
love zombie games, but we'll see if I'm like ready for it at the time. Yeah. And then everything from Nintendo.
Yeah, same with me. All those games that you guys mentioned, but also Hidden Agenda for me. I really want to play that game. I really want to get it just because I like interactive games and I like games where everybody can get involved in it. And this just seems like the game I've been looking for a while. So
nice.
That's one of the ones I want to add on there too.
That's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
right. I think that's all we have to share, right, guys?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys follow us on Twitter and Instagram at passion4 the geek, or you can check out our website p4tg.wordpress.com. All right, guys.
And we're also finally on YouTube now. So
Yeah.
Elliot's been editing our videos pretty professionally here.
Yeah.
It looked pretty sweet. Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
So check it out. I've been on Instagram posting some stuff. So if you want to check us out there, we have an Instagram, right?
Yeah.
You already say that?
Yes.
I probably
Yeah,
spaced
we
out
have
on that.
Instagram.
But yeah.
We have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Passion for the geek.
So, yeah. So check us out.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, man.
Very much.
Thank you.
See you next time, guys.
Take it easy.